It's famous enough from Heat Check Gaming, and this is the Heat Check In Prospect Series. What the Prospect Series is, we try to talk to players and talk about their journey, their path, their pursuit for the NBA2K League. Today, I am here talking with AB Pure Blood.
Hey. Heyo.
AB, like I did not know AB before last year when we did the Women in Gaming thing, and now AB is like one of my favorite people in the world. One of my favorite people in the world. She's just full of energy, full of joy. If she having a bad day, I would never know about it because she never shows it. She never shows it. So the first thing I want to do, AB, I want you to tell us, how did you get your gamer tag?
I got my gamer tag because some people know my name is Amber. So I was in college and all my teammates on my basketball team had nicknames. So I was like the only one that didn't have a nickname. So they was like, your name's Amber. They were doing like the syllable thing. Like, you got 2 syllables in your name. It's AB. And I was like, all right, then we're going to start calling you AB. And I was like, all right, cool. So then when I got into gaming, I was like, I got to make a gamer tag off AB. So like, what else can I do? And I was like, I'm a good shooter. So everyone was telling me that my shot was pure. And then like, I was like, blood. So I'm like, all right, AB, pure blood. Bam, got that done. And then my lucky number, it does. It does. And then my favorite number has always been 20. So I had to put that on the end, and boom, rest is history. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just flows. It's funny because like I mentioned the Women in Gaming thing, and I had no clue that the NBA2K League was doing this last year. It was last year, right?
Yeah. No, it seems so like.
I know it seems forever ago. I had no clue they were doing it. They sent me an email. They was like, "Hey, famous, we doing this, and third. Do you want to come out to New York for a few days and help us out?" I was like, I guess so. Yeah. I wasn't really sure, but I went there, and then all of a sudden, I met you. We hung out in Times Square. We did so much stuff. Like, it was just so random. It was just super random. And as we talking about the Women in Gaming initiative, what did that mean to you?
I feel like it was a big step as far as not just in the league, but like with gaming itself, because it is mostly men. So and I feel it's just a great thing for women because we're playing a male-dominant game. So it's a chance for us to get our name out there and get you guys to know that hey, there's some out here that can hoop. Like and y'all seeing it. Like we showing our colors out there. So we proven that we can hang with the best. So. I thought it was a great push. Yeah.
It was super fun because they had a bunch of different things for y'all that we taught classes, we played actual games on the stage. So all you women got to play on the stage for the first time. And not only was it us 3 coaches out there, it was me, Cody, and OG King Kirk, but then there was other coaches that flew in during y'all competition time and to watch y'all play. That I had no clue that all these people were coming. Like
I didn't either. Like all the coaches, I didn't know they were coming. And then I saw Jonah and all them. I'm like, what the?
People just started flying. They just started popping up. Right. I'm like, yo, wait, what's going on? And so it was dope for you women to see that coaches are interested in seeing y'all play and seeing how y'all compete. And here's the cool thing about it too, though. When y'all was competing and training and practicing, y'all wasn't just playing against women. Y'all wasn't just on women's teams. Players were there too.
We had Wavy in there. We had Nate was playing. Yeah, Nate was playing. Like that's the best lock right there. So
it was so many players that just popped up out of nowhere. Like I'm like, wow, like they just popped up out of nowhere. They were like, hey, well, famous where I'm playing. I'm like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, right. What are you doing here? Like.
And so it's super hard. It's super hard for you ladies to break through in the community. Just like you said, it is male dominant. So how do you think that we can help change that narrative?
I think you guys are doing okay so far. I mean, you get us out there. You get us in these leagues and tournaments. We've been doing these draft eligible tournaments this year with all women teams. We got there was like 4 teams that going in circle. So. That way people had a chance to really see like, okay, there's women out here that have enough for 4 teams. Like people don't even know there's one, so it's like when you see 4 teams, it's like, man, they're really out here. So I think it's been a great thing so far as them trying to get the women more involved. So I think we're in the right path. I mean, there's still more to do, but I think we're on the right path so far.
I think that's the main thing is that when we're showing effort that that hey, we're trying to help y'all kick this door down. We're trying to help y'all do this and a third. That it means a lot to y'all. It means a lot to y'all. And I'm not saying this because I'm cool with you, but I'm saying this because I know that there are some ladies that can actually play this game. It's just that we got to find the right steps to get y'all into the community where y'all are able to showcase that,
Right. And I like with the draft and stuff last year too. Like I thought it was gonna be a lot of hate because none of them were drafted. So I thought, oh my God, what's this mean for the women? Like, are they not gonna focus on us? I mean, are they just gonna leave us in the dirt? Like, we were all thinking about that, because we're like, man, we were doing so well with this women gaming thing. Like, what happened? Like, why did none get drafted? But there was such a big class. There was so much talent. Like, I get it, at the same time, but it would have been nice to see one or two in there. But I mean, that just makes us go harder. I mean, it makes me go harder because I didn't even get that far. So just keep working, that's all I can do. So
that's the main thing is that I never want anybody that plays this game to get discouraged about something like a draft, because drafts are super unpredictable. You can have the best interview with a team, you can have all the numbers and everything, this and the third, but as soon as something is thrown, a wrench is thrown into the draft where something doesn't line up with what everybody thought, then everything just goes haywire. So it happens. So I'm glad that you all did not get discouraged. I'm glad that y'all still are working with the NBA2K League and have these same hopes and dreams to make this 2K League, because it's, to be honest with you, like that time that y'all spent in New York was just a piece of the pie. That's just a little piece of it. And y'all saw how good that they treated y'all. I was astonished about all the food they kept giving y'all. I was
I walked in my hotel room. I'm like, this ain't my room. I'm walking back out. This ain't it. I'm going down to like the Holiday Inn. Like this is.
So I always say that I want everybody to at least have a chance to be in the NBA2K League once, just to have that experience, because it's a great experience. So, how long have you been playing 2K?
I played 16. That's like my first. Well, no, I've been playing Okay, let's go back. I've been playing 2K since 14. But if you want to be, we'll say 18. At the end of 18 was when I started playing like competitively and taking it serious. Because I was just a park player, when I played before. When that's all you could play was park. And then it was 19, like the beginning of 19. It was me. It was Cha-Cha, like y'all know Cha-Cha, he's my point guard. And then we had another guy that we knew in real life. And it was back when you could play Pro-Am. You could just play whoever, and then they would fill you with AIs.
No.
I think, was that 18?
Yeah. I think it was.
Or 19. Okay, so we were playing whatever, and it was back when they had the tiers. We made it to Elite 1, I think, with just us three. And we were like, man, like maybe we could really do this. Like me and Cha were talking, like we should like get our own team together. So that's just kind of how that happened. And yeah, it took, it was crazy because we were like, man, it's just going to take off. Like, you don't know if the Amazon's even going to want to play with you. You put it out there like, hey, for recruiting, but who knows who's going to answer, you never know. Yeah, like, and I tried doing the ball like her with Pink. Like, we had his little thing going, and then just kind of things went, where there's waves. So he's like, hey, like, we might as well just make our own. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. And it paid off. I mean, we've been doing pretty well. I mean, it paid off. It kind of got my name out there. So things happen for a reason, But that's how long I've been playing, really.
You mentioned I like to Cha-Cha.
Yeah, that's my guy right there.
Yeah, that's like Cha-Cha's like your best friend. A lot of people don't know that. Like I just saw y'all playing together one day. Then I called you and I was like, yo, and I'm like, who's that? And it's Cha-Cha. It's Cha-Cha. So explain how you two became best friends.
All right, so I met that fool in 2011 in college, and we both played basketball or whatever. So I didn't have a system. I was always sharing with my brother at the time, and I was always mad. I'm like, man, let me get on the game. He's like, no, man, get your own. I'm like, all right. So I was telling him all that, and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna hook you up. I'm like, what do you mean? He got me my own. Like, it was the PS3 at the time. He'd only known me for like 2 months, but like that's just the kind of person he is. Like, so because we were playing beforehand, and he was like, hey, you decent, like you all right. I'm like, well, me and my brother played when I was a kid. You know, I would beat on him, whatever, and you know that's that, whatever. He was like, well, we gonna start playing. I'm like, all right, cool. And then because I kind of took a break from like high school, I didn't really play that much because I was playing in real life, so I didn't have really time for the game. So I got back into it like in the college, and just kept developing my game, and he's become like my little coach.
Yeah.
Like my mentor. Like he's taught me so much. Like if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't. Y'all probably wouldn't even know me. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be talking to you right now. Like it's like, I mean, I took what he said and did it, but it's like I'm so thankful that I had somebody like that to teach me and like in my ear and being hard on me and telling me things I didn't want to hear. Like because that just made me play better. So that's how I always been. It was weird. Like even my college or my high school coach, like I'd be like slacking off playing. He would really like hard, you know, yell at me, and then I'll start playing better. So I guess that's just the criticism. It just wakes me up, I guess. But it's been nice having him in my ear. You know, you gotta do this, AB. You gotta do this. You gotta, you know, how to play pro-am, especially pro-am. So
he's your best friend. He's a little decent at 2K, huh?
He nice. I ain't gonna lie. But we went to my court a while ago now, and I was doing I was doing my thing.
So you started to put combos together? You started to put combos together?
A little bit. I'm getting my ass out there now. I'm not a spot up no more. That's something I'm not no more, and that's crazy because you know I think about it how I combo up now and I like you know hit the reads. It's like I couldn't do that like a couple years ago. Like it's just so crazy how you develop if you take the time. Like I still got a lot to do. Don't get me wrong, but where I was at versus now, like this is how it started, this is how it's going type thing. Like it's a big difference, bro. Like it's crazy.
And see, I'm glad you said that about the time put in because 2K isn't a hard game. You just have to be able to time in, and that's what separates some decent players to the good players to the great players because of the amount of time that they put into the game, and they can slack off a little bit now because they understand what's together to put.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Right, because they only seeing what's on, like especially if you're streaming, they only see what you stream. They don't see what you do on the offline. Like
there you go.
Yeah, that's kind of what you were trying to say. I get what you were saying.
That's exactly what I was saying.
I got you.
So you mentioned that you're not just a spot up right now. Can you describe your style of play now?
So yeah, when I was like power forward, because that's where I started out. I was a stretch demon, as I call myself. I couldn't really dribble or nothing. I still I'm getting there, but when I was a spot up, my job was to dex, and it was to just wait for the dot and shoot on command. Like, and it's just funny because now, like, I get at the hash, I can create my own shot off the dribble, or I can still dex, whatever, and they're more, I want to say overpowered, like the dex is up top versus, and my speed is different, so it's quicker movements versus a stretch where I was super slow, and I was relying on other people to dictate things for me when I was a stretch, and I was at the power forward versus now it's like I can demand the ball and get everybody else involved, or maybe get something for me going, like, because in 2K, like, it'd be like in pro-am especially, or rec, it doesn't matter, so like you just have that like offensive lapse, like you'll go, you won't score for a minute, it's like, all right, I need to do something because like I know that if I get going, everybody else gonna get going, so yeah, it's like night and day, honestly. This is the best way to describe it.
We got a different AB.
Different.
If you could build your ideal 2K League team, you can include anybody who you want to. How would you build that team up?
Ooh, that's hard. Can I pick 2K players? They can be in the league now. They can be prospects. They can be friends. They can be anybody. How would you build your team? That's hard. That's interesting because I want to put Cha in there, but like I don't want him to be a point guard. I want him to be because he nice at every position, bro. Like honestly, he can play 1 through 5. Not really lock. I haven't seen him play lock, but he can play. He can play big man. He can play power forward. Oh man, that's hard. Because I don't want me being a guard. I'll be shooting guard. That's me. I would have to probably pick either Duck or Kenny to be the one. Because I played with them and they crazy point guards. Like I learned a lot from them playing in like the gameplay sessions that we've been playing in. Yeah. They taught me a lot as far as they good at the game. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Kenny at the 1, and lock I'm gonna have to pick. I'm gonna pick up a lock. Nate. I'm gonna pick Nate. He's gonna be my lock. Power forward. If we're talking 2K League, probably Moody. If we're talking people I know, the life of P24, can't forget about him. He a demon.
P24.
The life of P. Yep, that's my guy. He's my Persian brother. Can't forget about him. But I haven't played with P in a minute, but I'll definitely put him in there. And my big man. Ooh, that's hard. Because I know Ramo a dog. Dave Fry was nice. What did I pick? I wouldn't pick probably none of my bigs that I play with on my pro-am teams. So we're going to exit that out. We're just going to put them to the side. Man, who would I pick? I could throw Lay in there too now. Throw Lay in there.
Yep.
Because she gotten way better. She's doing good. But I'm going to have to go with Ramo. I'm going to have to go with the Demon. I'm going to have to go with the Detroit homemade. I'm going to have to go with him, bro.
You know what's when you mentioned like Kenny in your gameplay session, you mentioned Ramo. And these are people that you've actually had a chance to play with, which is crazy considering that that's something that you use like I'm just little old B. I'm just little old B.
I swear to God, you heard me, bro. I'm little old AB, bro. I get starstruck really easily. I'm like,
isn't it different than aren't these players different than what you expected though? Because they're like super nice.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I watched Duck playing greatness. I watched him and Goofy play all the last year, and they was winning all these WR seasons and tournaments. Like their chemistry is unmatched. Like it was crazy watching them. Like I would sit there with my, with my mouth open and shit. Like damn, like they just did that. Like and it's like I'm watching this and like I got to meet some of these guys, but now I'm actually playing with them. Like I was sitting there like before I played with Duck. I'm like all right, you gotta lock in. Okay, you're playing with Duck. Let's go. Like no time for messing up or not getting my dots. So like I was so locked. Like I had to be, just because they're locked. So I gotta match their energy. So.
That's facts. But when you play those games, is Cha around?
Sometimes he was gone. Some of them. So, but he would be like. He would watch me from his room. He wouldn't come in here and watch, but he would tell me after, like, I watched, like, you was doing some good things. He goes, but you gotta do this and this better. He gonna name off more bad things than good things. So I'm already preparing for it when I'm done. Cause I'll even walk over there like, how you think I did? He's like, you was all right. I'm like, yeah.
If he just leave it at you was all right, that means you did good.
Right. Now, if he don't say nothing, I'm like, oh, I must have played bad because, I just leave him be. Like, nah, I ain't gonna bother him right now because there ain't time for jokes. No funny man. I'm just gonna leave him alone.
So you played in multiple WRs.
Countless, bro. I can name off on my fingers.
PPOs and militias. You done played in all of these. So you've had your fair share of games. If there was a time where Cha-Cha the game was on the line and y'all needed a buzzer beater and Cha-Cha said, AB, the ball is going to you, what would be the play call?
Ooh, well, I can tell you what's going in. I can tell you that. I can tell you what's going in. No, but I mean, most of the time we set up. We got time. Like let's say there's like 5 seconds, but like he wants to run. It's either gonna be like I'll be in the corner, and then he gonna drive like to the right, and I slide up, because that was a play that worked a lot. or reverse VP or an off ball and like the big slip and like I just stay there. I don't move or run horns. Do that sometimes, but I mean, it's funny because I've hit a couple buzzer beaters in my time, like flicks and all that. I got a couple under my belt. Like I've seen some wild things because like 2K just give you that crazy stuff sometimes. So I'm like, oh, I made that. Like I'd be surprising myself sometimes. But that'd be the play call. There's a couple different ones. So it's just all matter in that moment what the defense is giving you and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, AB, that's gonna be the end of our interview, our talk, our conversation, whatever you want to call it. Two last things I want to ask you. First thing I want to ask you, if for any team that's watching, if you was talking to them, what would you tell them that you would bring to the table?
I'll bring to the table someone who's gonna work hard, bro. I'm gonna work hard every day, and I'm gonna not take for granted that I'm in that position. I'm gonna do whatever the team needs me to do. You want me to play power forward? If you want me to play power forward, I will. But I'll play hash. I'll even go to lock because I've had a chance to play lock this year a little bit. Playing on the girls team, I had a two-way sharp that I played on. So I've been touching my skills with that a little bit. So it's whatever you need me to do, I'll do it. And I'm gonna be dedicated. I'm gonna be on time for things. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna be there and work hard. You got a hard worker, bro. That's what it comes down to.
I love it.
I'm gonna be practicing late. Tell me where the practice facility is so I can be there day and night. Cause it's open, right? All the time.
All the time. All right. Whenever you need it.
That's what I like to hear. That's all I need. Just have a snack station nearby. Cause I might need some.
All right, so go ahead and give them your Twitch, your Twitter, your YouTube, if you have one, everything, all your social media. Go ahead and give it out to them.
Write it to them?
No. Tell them.
Tell the people. Oh, hey, cut that out.
Leave it in.
All right. My Twitter is ABPureBlood20. So y'all follow me now. Hit the blue button. My Instagram is ABPureBlood20. And my Twitch is lowercase ABPureBlood_20. Hit that follow button for me. Watch some streams, watch some good content. You're going to be amazed.
Yes. All right, AB. I appreciate you coming. All right, AB. I appreciate you coming through. And it will be the end of this episode of Heat Check Prospect Series.
Let's get it. Hey.
You're so silly, man.